Well, a very good morning from Berlin and the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park in the northeast of the capital city of Germany. Day 5 of 7 of the European Para-Athletics Championships. It's been an outstanding event so far. Loads of world records, championship records and European records have been broken. Plenty of action to look forward to. It gets underway in the women's discus throw F64, but in the women's long jump T20, Michaela Ristovski, the championship record holder from Croatia, gets us underway in the long jump. The men's 5,000 metres T13, you may remember Gustavo Nieves, who collapsed while leading the marathon in Rio. And then 19-year-old Mikhail Kotkovsky, who already won 100 metres gold. He'll go in the heats of the men's 100 metres T37. Katarina Müller-Rothgart, the local favourite, looking to add further medals after winning the 100 metres. She goes in the women's 200 metres T12. So a bit breezier today. A few jackets and jumpers out. The weather not as warm as it was yesterday on day 4. It's 34 degrees. That tells you the story there. 21 degrees. The wind coming out of the northwest. Maximum temperature today expected of 24 degrees, so around 10 degrees cooler than it was on Thursday. There is still a decent crowd in though, this stadium with a capacity of just under 20,000. Built back on the 1st of October in 1952. There have been loads of school children in 8 medals in the field on the opening morning. It gets underway with the women's discus throw F64. I'm Tulson Tollett. Will Downing is alongside me. Good morning, Will.
Yeah, good morning. Not as pleasant as it has been the previous 4 days of competition here in Berlin. We've got 5 going in this women's discus throw. It is F64. Everybody in this pretty much competes only in the discus. This is one of the new categories that's been introduced for prosthetic athletes. And these are all seated, which means they will all throw at once. But we've some very good competitors in this who have an opportunity of claiming their first major championship medals, because nobody in this has actually won a major championship medal before. Well, that's going to change. So the F64, they are single below-knee amputees who wear prosthesis. All of the prosthesis athletes have been moved from the 40s to the 60s. So, let's introduce you to Florentina Hriscu of Romania. From Cluj, her coach Adrian Tamas, 11th in last year's World Championships in the discus. For Denmark, here's Crystal Volter, who finished 6th in last year's World Championships. Former sprinter and long jumper, based in Odense. Crystal Volter suggesting she has a strong chance. From Norway, 5th in the discus and 6th in the shot at last year's World Championships. In London, it's Ida Nessa. From the Czech Republic, based in Teplice, 5th in the shot at last year's London World Championships, it's Martina Simonova. And for Poland, 17 years old, first major championship for Faustina Kotłowska. She's with the Gorzów Wielkopolski Start Club. 3 early field events, and here's the second of them. The women's long jump T20, and 11 go in this. We've got the reigning European champion and the former world champion and Paralympic champion Karolina Kucharczyk. But she's mainly up against Michaela Ristovski of Croatia, who's the former European champion, but reigning world and Paralympic champion. But it's a very, very strong field. A lot of these have claimed major championship medals at European, world and Paralympic level. And Iceland represented as well, always great when they're here. Nation of 350,000 who do incredible things on the world sporting stage.
Sequencing in memory, having a slower reaction time.
So in this women's discus F64, we're watching Florentina Riscu. Everybody throwing in rotation, one at a time. Well, Riscu, whose best results have come in the last two championships on a global basis, 11th in the worlds in London and 12th in Rio. So she's the first thrower on day 5. Quite inclement. There was, and that's a red flag, by the way. There was a storm which was generally avoided. The session wrapped up very quickly last night. It did rain towards the end of the evening, but all of the medal ceremonies, and of course, most importantly, the commentary was wrapped up by the time it started to come down. So this is Christel Volter, a 6th in last year's World Championships. And that's a decent throw out towards 25 metres. Lifetime best set this year of 32 metres 12, showing off the muscles earlier. Her grandfather competed in the 1952 Olympic Games in Helsinki. Her great-grandfather in the 1924 Olympics in Paris. And obviously Berlin has been famously, historically, an Olympic city in its own right. Volta will hit the front. Well, she would have if that counted, but she gets the red flag as well. Ida Nesse then of Norway, going with the traditional Norwegian colours. And that's a solid throw out towards 30 metres, and she gets a white flag, so it will count. They've, in athletics and para-athletics this summer, introduced a costume of white and blue, which is great if it didn't look so similar to Britain's one. Successful time across town with all those Ingebrigtsens. The European athletics at the Olympiastadion. Nesse in the lead, 33.97. Czech Republic now, Martina Simonova, 5th in the shot and 10th in the discus at the World Championships. Years old. 22.33 is a lifetime best set this year. She's ranked 4th in terms of lifetime best and season's best. It is a new category, this F64. Everybody has set their new lifetime best this year. That was a lifetime best for Nesse, by the way, 33.97 to put her into the lead. Track action gets underway shortly with the final of the men's 5,000 metres T13, which is always fascinating. Well, Nesse's throw was remeasured, had come up as 33 metres, but it hadn't gone beyond the 30-metre line. 29.36. She's still in the lead, which means that Simonova now has the opportunity to produce her throw. Been in para-athletics for the past 4 years. And that goes very close to where her lifetime best from this year is. It's gone beyond 20 metres. She's with the Nola Tapici club in her home city. And her second major championship. Well, her lifetime best, 22.33. She's improved it by 2 centimetres. New lifetime best, Martina Simonova. And now our championship debutant, Faustina Kotlowska. Now she's thrown close to 25 metres this year for the first time. That would put her in medal contention. If she gets any mark here, she goes into the bronze medal position. But she's looking at more than that. It's beyond 25. That's going to put her up into silver at the end of this opening round. Based with two clubs, Start Gorsov Wielkopolski, which is a para-athletics club, and Olympische Skrushevo, which is on the IAAF athletics circuit. That is a new lifetime best, impressively. 25.56. She goes second.
So the women's long jump T20, this the intellectual impairment category. First up, it's Claudia Santos. Lifetime best of 5.15, season best of 5.02. But she won't be improving on that. That's under the 5-metre mark. The athletes changed direction today. They were heading in the opposite direction due to the wind over the past couple of days, but here on Friday the wind has changed direction and picked up quite dramatically. So we're heading the opposite way in front of the main stand. Santos opens up proceedings.
Going to be interested to see the wind readings on this. It's probably the most blustery conditions we've had this week, and it is at their backs.
Directly behind them as well, not just coming across, directly behind them. 474 plus 1.3 the wind at the moment, so maybe not as strong as we thought it might be. Here is Chontas of Hungary. Well, normally the athletes want the crowd to get behind them. Chontas has done the opposite, the lady who was fifth over the 400 metres here already. Maybe around that 4.5 metre mark. Well, that's the interesting one. Normally the athletes want them to get behind them, but Chontas has decided that she wants a bit of peace and quiet.
Well, that's true, and I mean, this is T20 as well. It's not like T11 where the athletes can't see. T20, the intellectual category. Gave a good bit of the board away, but at least wasn't ploughing right through it.
Well, she's having a chat with the coach, and the Hungarian's got a bit to do. 4.66, so she is behind Claudia Santos, who went first. She's in second position.
She's actually the only athlete as well to have competed in something else this week. She was fifth in the 400.
Here's Martina Barber of Great Britain, fourth in London last year, just missing out in the Home World Championships from the Stevenage and North Herefordshire Athletics Club. Well, she's well behind the board. Well behind the board. 23 years of age. Lifetime best of 5.17. A season best only 4.96. Well, she's got plenty of space left there. But she might still find herself up thereabouts in the lead. And she is 4.90 for Martina Barber of Great Britain. She takes the lead, plus 2.4 that time, so picked up somewhat for Barber's jump compared to Chontas of Hungary just before. Here's Bayrak of Turkey. Loads of noise now from the crowd. They're building up here. But that isn't going to be one of her best ever. Just saw the left foot hit the ground well before it should have. Just have a look here. She goes well behind the ball, well behind, and then that left foot just comes down just over the 4 metre mark. You saw it there, just there, left foot. Not one of her better landings. Wonders of modern technology. Video on the phone. Have a look. Fix it next time. 4:27 for Barak with her first. Now we're getting into the ones who should be at the business end. Here is the reigning Paralympic champion, Michaela Ristovski. She's also the championship record holder. And she'll just about be out in the lead, I'd say. But she won't be. I'll tell you why. Because she fouled. Over the board. So Ristovski with her first effort, the lady who won gold last year in London. She is well over the board there, well over. Silver at the European Championships 2 years ago, so no mark for her. And just have a look at that wind. It's picked up 4.1. It is now in the positive. So in the last 5 minutes, it has really picked up the breeze behind the athletes as we go back to the discus in the F64 category.
Yeah, so it's Volta of Denmark, second attempt. An impressive effort going out to 30 metres. Well, she had that no throw in the opening round. Ina Nessa going out to 29.36 to take the lead. Volta has come somewhat close to that. She's a 32-metre thrower this season. 28.21 is good for now. It puts her into the silver medal position. It's a day for jackets, though. Hopefully not umbrellas.
Where is Summer gone? Where is it gone? Well, school holiday's still on. They realise they're on TV. Isn't it amazing? When people realise they're on TV, they stop looking at the screen, they try and look for the camera and miss themselves. Who want to be on camera? You can see there a bit of cloud in the background. There's a bit more breeze today coming out of the far right-hand side of the stadium as we look at it, the northwest. So back to the long jump, and Karolina Kaharczyk. We just saw Ristovski, who beat her in the Paralympic Games into silver, and here is the world record holder, Karolina Kaharczyk, with her very first jump. Well, that one there didn't go the way of Ristovski. There's no problem with her foot over the board there. If anything, she's a little bit too far back, way back, in fact. But it looks like it's going to be good enough to put her into the lead. It does it at 5.82 for Karolina Kaharczyk of Poland, a lifetime best of 6.09.
So the final of the men's 5,000 metres T13 to get the day 5 track action underway. The reigning European champion is Lukas Witecki of Poland, the former European champion Alberto Suarez Lazo of Spain. David Devine, who won silver in the 1,500 metres this week, and Sergei Bereshuk of Ukraine, who won the gold. And the man closest to screen, Mehmet Nezim Ona, took the bronze medal in the 1,500. So a quick run through the panel. This man was the European champion in 1,500 metres, Ona back in 2014. Lukas Witecki, the reigning European champion, dethroned him 15 and 5. 2 years ago in Grosseto, Gustavo Nieves of Spain, bronze in the 5,000 metres in the 2014 Euros. As the silver medalist in the 1,500, David Devine of Great Britain. Sergei Bereshuk alongside him in Ukraine took the gold medal. Matthias Bonen of Belgium, who was 6th in the 1,500 metres final, took bronze in the 5,000 2 years ago in Grosseto. Suarez Lazo, the former European champion from 2014. It was over 5,000 metres. the Paralympic gold medalist at London 2012. The world title in the marathon in 2011 in Christchurch, and on the near side was Ivan Lukasevic, his first major championship. There he is for Belarus, fourth in the 1500 metres final here. He is the reigning silver medalist over 400 metres at the World Juniors.
And drawn 8 representing Turkey. Und als achter Läufer für die Türkei, Mehmet Nesim Oner.
8 men, 12.5 laps.
The athletes have all had their introductions.
Sind 8 Läufer, die sich jetzt auf 12
Gustavo Nieves there on your left, who was leading the marathon in Rio when he collapsed. It was in the 30s. We've seen quite a bit of that. Commonwealth Games had it as well. .12.5 laps. The final of the men's 5,000 metres, T13, least visual impairment. Lukasevic of Belarus, Suarez Lazo of Spain, Bonin of Belgium, Devine of Great Britain, Bereshuk of Ukraine, Nieves of Spain, Vitebsky of Poland, and Ona of Turkey, the 8 in this. And Devine going out in front straight away, the man who's won silver in the 1500 metres at this and the last European Championships. He was actually out of para-athletics for just around 4 years almost. He competed only once during that time due to consistent injury and sport in the blood, his father having been a professional boxer, man from Liverpool Harriers. So Devine, Nieves, Ona, Lukasevic, the top 4, but they're all very tightly bunched in the opening exchanges of this 5,000 metres fight.
And you mentioned Nieves there, the man who collapsed during that marathon. His parents actually moved to Germany shortly after he was born, and they moved back to Spain when he was 5 years of age. So perhaps the locals might give a bit of support to that man who's on the left there and currently up in second place. But he's chasing down Great Britain's David Devine, the 26-year-old from Liverpool, who took bronze in both the 800 and 1500 metres at his London 2012 Paralympic Games. World Championship bronze and silver to his name as well. He leads them out from Nieves at the moment, with Ona of Turkey, who's in third position, and it's the second of the Spaniards in the field, Suarez Lazo, who's in fourth. But they're neatly packed up for the moment as they head down, and they'll come across the finishing line, and they'll have 11 laps remaining in this men's 5,000 metres T13 race.
Yeah, that lap being done in 1:14. You may remember it was the men's 1500 metres final in Rio, which turned out to be faster than the Olympic final, but the Olympic final was very, very tactical. Christelle Volter in the discus, her third attempt, with that 28-21 in round 2, putting her in contention, and that even more so. Close to 30 metres by Volter. Nessa leading 29.36 by over a metre from Volter's previous best try, but that looks to have gone just beyond. So really, really solid throw up towards 30 metres, the one spin, and away she goes. Volter in the gold medal position, 29.97.
Well, it's looking like it's a Sunday run at the moment for these 8 out on the track here. They're all in one big single file. No difference to when you saw them a few moments ago, except for now. Isn't that kind of them waiting for us? Nieves now goes up into first place as they go through and complete the first 1,000 metres of this men's 5,000 metres T13. Devine of Great Britain is in second place, so 3:05.87 there for the first kilometre of 5 in this 5,000 metres visual impairment event. It's Nieves who leads out in front from David Devine. And then moving up there into third place, it's the Ukrainian Bereshuk. His best over 5,000 metres was at the major championship, was 6th, and that was last year in London. But they're being whittled down to 7 now, because it looks like Ona of Turkey has dropped well back. He's around 30 metres behind the 7th place runner there. So 7 still in this, and Ona might have a very, very long morning indeed. Nieves of Spain, who leads from Devine, is Bereshuk of Ukraine in third.
Olga Sazulyak of Ukraine in this women's long jump T20. It's her first attempt. Didn't use the board very much, didn't need to. Sazulyak will get into contention with that potentially. It's the first major championship. The coach is Ivan Saluk, based in Ternopil. It's starting to rain now, I can tell you, and it's happened just like that. And Sazulyak goes out to 5 meters 02, and she goes into the bronze medal position. Here comes Erica Gomez, her first attempt. A decent effort too in this T20. Gomez, silver in the long jump at the World Championships last year, silver in the triple jump in 2015, and now the rain really is beginning to come down. Not noticeable perhaps on your screens just yet. And Gomez has gone out to 5 meters 49, and that is a championship record, and that puts her into the lead for now.
Well, let's get back to the 5,000 metres. It's David Devine as the rain really starts to rocket down here at the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park. David Devine, who leads out in front.
Yes, we've got 8 laps to go in this, and the rain really is getting quite incessant now for the first time this week, luckily. It began to come down last night just as the session was ending. It's been a glorious week. Now, not so much. So, Devine holding his position. Right in the lead here, and Suarez Lazo happily in second position. And Berezhuk of Ukraine in third. And Lukievich, the major championship debutant, is beginning to fall back a little bit where he is. There's still over 8 laps to go here. Devine still trotting away happily, with Nieves in second place. Spain of 2 in that top 6. Berezhuk in third spot, and Ona as well is in 4th place.
So Devine after 2,200 metres, so we're almost at the halfway mark, and Devine has led for pretty much most of the race so far. The top 3 has actually been over the last 3 laps, has been as you were. Nieves in second, the 36-year-old, and Berezhuk, the Ukrainian, who is in third place, but we've definitely dropped one off the back. It is going to be a race in 6 because we're dropping another one away as well.
Yeah, thankfully the rain is beginning to abate, which is good news for the athletes. It could be a fascinating day here, but it's Devine who's still out in front, ahead of Gustavo Nieves, and they've certainly dominated things. Ona, who's won major championship medals before, is in an interesting position, perched where he is, in 4th place, behind the Ukrainian Sergei Berezhuk, who is the European 1500 metres champion from this week. It's his first European Championships. Nieves didn't finish the 5,000 metres or the marathon in Rio. He feels it's high time that he came back and won a major championship title, having won bronze in the 5,000 metres 4 years ago in Swansea. So Berak of Turkey currently lying in 8th position with that 4:27, and this is her second attempt. Oh, Berak's done well there. That looks to be beyond 5 meters. Goes into this with a lifetime best of 5 meters 11. Well, it looks to be around that mark, the lifetime best set this year. And Berak, 5:27, a new lifetime best. She's in the bronze medal position.
Back we go to the 5,000 metres. No changes. David Devine still leads from the Avis in second, and Bereziuk, who's in third place. And Petechki just at the back of that group of 5 in front of him is going to have to hang on, because there's 2 that have been dropped off the back already. So Petechki there currently in 6th position, the second of the Spaniards in the field. Suarez Lasso, the 40-year-old Oviedo, is in 5th position. He doesn't want to be dropped away either. But Devine is through 3,000 metres in just over 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Nieves sitting nicely there, just tucked in on his shoulder in second. This is the T13 least visually impaired category. But they're looking rather smooth. Nieves himself holds the European record at the T12 category level. He set that in London at the Paralympic Games back in 2012. We've dropped one off the back as well, by the looks of things.
Yes, we're down to 4 main contenders, trying to work out, it is Ona. Ona's gone. The bronze medalist in the 1,500 metres here, the European champion in 2014, he has gone, he's dropped out, and he's out of the final. That is astonishing. And the 2 Spanish having a little check to see where they're positioned. It's Nieves who hits the front with 4 laps to go. Devine in second position for Great Britain. Bereziuk is third for Ukraine, and fourth for Spain is Alberto Suarez Lazo, the silver medalist in the marathon in Rio 2 years ago, and the former European champion in this from Swansea in 2014.
Well, Ona's gone. They're going to, in about another 150 metres, they're going to go past Bonin, the Belgian athlete, who has really struggled over the last few laps himself, as we move back to Michaela Ristovski. Her second attempt at the long jump. Her first was a foul.
Well, she's well down the pecking order at the moment, but perhaps not anymore. That puts her beyond 5 metres for the reigning world and Paralympic champion from Croatia. Gold in London, gold for her also in Rio. She's been a European champion before as well in Swansea 4 years ago. Silver medal position here, 5:52.
David Devine still leading now. We're down to only 4. They've dropped off the back. Petechki is now a good 30 metres back. The Ukrainian who's in there as well. Bereziuk, who was in 3rd place, he's dropped back to 4th. As the 2 Spaniards, Lasso Suarez is in 3rd position, and the Avis, who is in 2nd, and David Devine's taken over the running again. In about 15 or 20 metres, you can see Matthias Bonin of Belgium, who they're going to head past and lap in a moment. Just reminding you, we've lost Mehmet Nezim Ona, who dropped out a couple of laps ago, the man who only took the Para-Athletes game up 7 years ago. He couldn't handle the pace in the 5,000, so he's gone as David Devine moves past Bonin of Belgium, as does Nieves, as does Suarez Lazo as well, and it is holding on in 4th place. It's Serhii Bereziuk. His best over 5,000 metres was 6th at a major championship. We have a group of 4 who are going to be battling it out for the 3 medals by the looks of things, because everyone else has been dropped off the back, including Petechki, who is way back now, good 100 metres. Devine there out in front, the Avis in 2nd, Suarez Lazo in 3rd, and it is Bereziuk who is in 4th position as they come down, and they'll have 800 metres remaining in this men's 5,000 metres T13 event. Devine goes across the line in 1st place with 800 to go.
2 laps remaining. Britain, Spain, Ukraine are 4 leaders. David Devine out in front for Great Britain, followed by Gustavo Nieves. In 3rd is Alberto Suarez Lazo, and in 4th is Sergei Bereziuk. And they've all been here before. They've all won major championship medals before. Bereziuk winning the 1,500 metres here. Devine got the silver in it, and Ona, who won the bronze, is now gone. And Devine is trying to go in the most positive sense possible. He's opened up a solid lead of around 20 metres or so over Suarez Lazo and Nieves. At the moment, it's a 3-way battle for silver and bronze. Has Devine timed this right?
You can see nothing
He's won a medal in all 4 of the major championships in which he's competing. But he's never before taken a gold medal at them. It's looking good. Next time he's down the closing straight, it will be the medal run. The bell coming for David Devine. A strong lead for him as Suarez Lazo moves up in a second. Third is Bereshuk, with Nieves in 4th.
And David Devine is now stretching out the legs. He has a bronze and a silver at the World Championship, so this will be his first goal as he heads down with around 250 metres remaining and really striding out. The group behind there of the 2 Spaniards and the Ukrainians, Suarez Lazo, Bereshuk and Nieves, are trying to close the gap, but it may be too little, too late as we head down with 200 metres to go. You can see in the foreground there, Devine, Bereshuk there moving up into 2nd place. But it is Devine who's roaring around with 150 metres to go. The man from Liverpool, a 26-year-old, he took bronze in both the 8 and the 1500 metres at London 2012. He's going to take gold here in Berlin. He's into the final 100 metres as the clock moves up over the 15-minute mark. It doesn't matter. David Devine is going to take the gold medal for Great Britain in the men's 5,000 metres T13 visually impaired category. Congratulations to David Devine. The battle on for 2nd place. It's going to be Suarez Lazo who takes it, and Bereshuk of Ukraine comes across and picks up the bronze medal. The Avis has tapered off towards the back. He's finished in 4th place, struggling in that final lap. 15, 11, 28. Devine of Great Britain, he takes the plaudits. Brilliant race. Matechki now coming in to finish off. He's dropped off there with around 4 or 5 laps to go. Was the man from Poland. He was 5th in this event last year at the World Championships. He's finished there again in these ones, in the Europeans. That man there you'll see going across the line, Bonin, is still on his way. So he's got another 400 metres left to go. Lapped early in the piece. We lost owner of Turkey as well earlier on, but there is your winner. 15-11, 28 for David Devine of Great Britain as he walks down the tunnel. He'll be happy. This man here on the track won't be happy because he's still got some distance to go.
Well, at least it stopped raining for the time being. It is considerably cooler, and I know it says 21 Celsius, but it feels about 10 degrees colder than that, and it probably is. Well, Bonin, who won bronze in this in the 5,000 metres 2 years ago in Grosseto from Lichtart in the Antwerp province. His father, Leon, was a male heptathlete when that was what they did way back when. He finished 6th in the 1500 metres. He is going to finish down the way a bit. Matechki having finished in 5th position. Well, he's getting his speed on now. He's decided to cheer on the crowd and give them something to watch. That's quite a sprint, I have to say. And he's home in 6th place. Well, David Devine from Liverpool. Could somewhat cruelly say he's probably a little bit used to the weather, but it's been a great summer in Liverpool and everywhere else in Britain. But he's absolutely sodden. You can see the vest. So Devine comes home in the Berlin rain, takes the gold for Great Britain. Good winning margin as well, 15 minutes, 11.28 seconds. Suarez Lazo the silver for Spain, Bereshuk the bronze for Ukraine.
Dankeschön, vielleicht könnt ihr euch das merken. Sie hätte das gern so, dass es bei ihr immer ganz leise ist. Vielen Dank.
The men's shot put F32 seated category, Majed Sochel, he's already won gold on Wednesday in the club throw. Only 2 in this event. And that's up there around the 8-metre mark and well over the 8-metre mark. As I said, only 2. The second athlete competing here, Dimitrios Tsatsidas, the 43-year-old from Greece, in the background there. 8:22, his best. He's in first position.
Kuharczyk of Poland, second attempt in this women's long jump T20. The reigning European champion. And how keenly she wants that title back. Twice world champion in Lyon and in Doha, 2013, 2015. Won the gold at London 2012. She has form. She hasn't used the board at all there. She's given the full 20 centimetres away plus, and yet it's the lead. 6 metres 03, a new championship record.
So the discus, Nessa with her final attempt, she's in first position from Norway, 30.80, which is a championship record. And that one is just landed inside, and it's going to beat her best mark so far. That's improved it by some distance. 34.08. She's almost put 4 on her lifetime best that she's broken there, and a championship record as Valter from Denmark steps up. Initially a sprinter and long jumper. She was 6th in the discus last year in London, and that's out over the 30-metre mark as well. Her lifetime best set this year of 32.12. What a championship of lifetime bests, championship records, European records and world records. Oh, she likes it. 31.55 for Crystal Valter in second position, and silver. So Eden Nessa with a lifetime best, 34.08. Also, Crystal Valter, 31.55, and Kolowska, a lifetime best for her in third.
Kolowska's major championship debut, and she picks up the bronze at the age of 17. As we return to the long jump.
So, bei der nächsten Springerin, die
Bit of a wait for Michaela Rytowska as Berak has had her third attempt, which has now been measured. Berak with a 5.06 doesn't affect the top 3 for now. Rytowski in the silver medal position, half a metre behind Kuharczyk. These two have shared the last 3 European, last 3 world, last 3 Paralympic titles. She's tried to go long but went before the board. Rytowski's career immensely successful. And actually, they've divided between them the last 4 world goals. Rytowski winning in 2011 and 2017. She's the reigning world champion. Kuharczyk taking the 2 in between that.
Well, on the runway now is Karolina
Rytowski dethroning Kuharczyk as Paralympic champion. It's 4 metres 85. 5.52 remains her best. She's gone out to 5.79 in her career. Kuharczyk is the world record holder, 6.09. You see 6.03 in the previous round, a championship record. Only 6 centimetres off her own world record set when winning the world title in Lyon at the Stade de Rhône 5 years ago. It's a fascinating battle between these two. Kuharczyk's got the upper hand. She's got a lot of distance in that too. It's a white flag. And remember, she didn't use the board in that previous attempt. If she'd hit the board plumb on, it would have been a world record. What about this one?
Well, as well as the distance, we're looking at the wind.
Use the board well. Comes down around 6 metres.
2 metres per second. She's had 1 jump with an excessive wind speed and 1 with a legal wind behind her.
Terrific couple of weeks in Berlin for Poland.
6.14, it's a new world record.
It's about to get better! A new world record for Kuharczyk! 6 metres 14! She's on her way to gold, and she's broken her own world record that stood for 5 years! What's a light around the crowd in this Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park. She wanted that so much. And it's a case of after the Lord Mayor's show for Anna Felipe. Perhaps distracted by the commotion, set about by this woman. Wow! How she wanted that. And Felipe, I'm afraid, well, in all the commotion around her, she lost her concentration, got the board actually plumb right. And I'm sorry to say, she's had 2 no jumps already. That was only around 4 meters. She will be eliminated. But as for this woman, wow, Kuharczyk flying. Anna Felipe is out. We will not see her leap again. Absolutely fantastic. Weronika Shirovska needs something. That's a foul. She is out as well. She was in 11th and last place. 3 meters 69 was her best. She needed more than a meter, something towards 5 to be frank, in order to stay in. But that is a red flag, and she is out.
So we saw Sochal, who won club throw gold on Wednesday a moment or two ago. Here's Zasidis, the second athlete in the field, the 43-year-old from Greece. And that's out over the 8-metre mark. These 2 athletes in the field evenly matched. 9:57 lifetime best for Zasidis. 9:40 for Sochal. That's over 8. You can see the world record mark way out. Or 8:56, his best in the last. He wins gold. So he was third in the club throw, Dimitrios Zasidis. He's won gold in the shot put F32. Sochal, who took gold in the club throw, has to be content with second place, 8:22 for him.
On your mark.
So Olga Zazulyak of Ukraine lying in 6th position in this long jump T20. Lifetime best 5:02, and for good measure, she's hit that mark twice. First major championship. Her lifetime best was 4:75 going into this. Oh well. Men's 200 metres, T11, first round heat. Only the winner goes through. Bava of France, Chunk of Turkey, and Solomovic of Israel. So away they go at the first time of asking. Only the winner automatically going through. Mehmet Chunk winning silver in the 400 metres. Solomovic on the outside won bronze in that. And Chunk right in the middle with his guide, Mehmet Tetik, is on his way to victory here by the looks of it. Bova, who went out in the heat to the 4, the championship David on is fighting back well. Chunk is going to take it, he'll be okay. Bova in second place, and Solomovic is in third. Good trots in the end for Mehmet Chunk, the man from Bursa. 24:64 the winning time, and we will see him in the final. Bova in second place, one of the many of the French team who's actually come out of New Caledonia, interestingly enough, and Solomovic, who was excellent in the 400 metres, and he had finished 4th in the 200, his best result in the last Europeans in Grosseto, may well be eliminated, but Chunk is in the final, no problem there at all. It is worth pointing out that we have had quite a few disqualifications well after the fact in some of these races. T11 is complete visual impairment, a lot of it down to tethering. Not so much the guides leading the way, that's disqualification as well, but they all got it right on this occasion. Chunk, that 24.64, he can run 2.5 seconds faster. His lifetime best set this year of 22:11. Sort of an unusual looking Turkish singlet this year with that sky blue predominantly. They'll either go for red or white. Not this time. So Mehmetun qualifies 24.64. Bova in second position. Through mathematics is actually through, and Salomovic will have to wait.
And Erica Gomez has moved up into the silver medal position with that lifetime best of 5.68.
You'll find Bayern Munich fans everywhere.
We move into rounds 4, 5 and 6 for just the leading 8 competitors with the leader.
And dinosaur fans everywhere.
Ja, und eben haben wir so gehört, die Englisch das gut können, die haben das verstanden. Jetzt wird wieder sozusagen neu verteilt. Und damit es für euch schön spannend bleibt, bleibt die neue Weltrekorderin jetzt immer die letzte. Die letzten 3 sind dann sozusagen die im Moment um die Medaillen springen. Da ist es ganz, ganz eng. 6,14 Meter, sie ist weit weg.
Oh, that looks nice. I wouldn't mind one of them.
Und mit 5,52 Meter im Moment liegt die sich aber freut, wenn wir den Riesenapplaus.
Very enjoyable. As we go back to the long jump, Erica Gomez, her third attempt. The Portuguese, who was a triple jump silver medalist in the last 2 World Championships. She's now in the long jump here. That's out there, well over the 5 meter mark. She was 4th in these championships 2 years ago. .549 her best so far. Has that improved? Yes, it has. 5.68. She's in the silver medal position, ahead of Ristovski.
And that marks the halfway point of the competition. Kuharczyk with that brilliant world record, 6 meters 14. 5 years it had stood from the Worlds in Lyon. Gomez with that lifetime best into second position now. And Ristovski in the bronze medal spot. It's been years since he's finished down that low. 2013 actually, the very day that the outgoing world record was set. It's been all golds or silvers for her since then, and same with Kuharczyk. And when Ristovski has been in the top 2, the other athlete in the top 2 has always been Karolina Kuharczyk. Great competitor. She's been in a documentary lately as well called The Olympians. They've also included some Paralympians in that too. Erica Gomez in the silver medal position. Silver in the long jump at the World Championships. When Ristovski won the gold. We did not see Kuharczyk in the Worlds in London last year, out through his injury, if I recall. Well, she's still in the medals and loving it. And obviously they know each other so well because they're competing against each other in all the major championships. We've got 7 field events decided this morning, and here is the latest.
The women's club throw F32. 6 going in this. Plenty going in the long jump as well. Shontas of Hungary.
She's lying 8th going into the second half of the competition. We have lost Gudmundsdottir of Iceland, Anna Felipe of Portugal, and Veronika Skórovska of the Czech Republic, down to the final 8. Santos had gone out to 4.85 in round 2. .521 her lifetime best this year, which would be good enough for 5th at the moment. 4.94 is her best of the competition, and she steps up 1 place to 7th above Claudia Santos. And here is Claudia Santos of Portugal, 4.94 in round 2. It's gone out to 5.15 in her career. She's living in Porto, finished 9th in the World Championship final in London last year. 5th in the long jump in Swansea at the Europeans 4 years ago. Looks shy of 5 metres, didn't use a huge amount of the board. Officially it's 21 Celsius. Don't believe that. Obviously when the conditions aren't great, it does affect the performances.
Classes 11 to 13 are allocated to athletes with varying degrees of visual
4 metres 64. She stays in 8th.
With very low visual acuity and
Well, the wind has changed direction as well.
They will compete with a guide.
It was behind the jumpers before as Juliak comes up. Lifetime best of 5:02 with her 4th attempt. It's changed direction. It's now coming into their faces. That's nudging towards 5, not quite.
In lane 3, it's the European record holder representing France.
The Ukrainian with a lifetime best coming into this, which was 4:75. She set this year.
Yeah, the important thing about the wind speed you mentioned is that Kuharczyk, with that world record leap of 6:14, the wind speed was +2, exactly. +2.1, and it would not have counted as a world record.
Well, 4:79, she improved that lifetime best coming into it with 2 exactly the same, but she remains where she is as we head back to the track. The second heat of the men's 200 metres T11. It's the man who won gold over 100 metres, Timothy Adolph, who will be going up against Modestas Grauslas of Lithuania. So Timothy Adolph, the gold medalist, as already mentioned, over 100 metres. We'll certainly start here with Yannick Fonzat, his guide, as the favourite to go through. He's inspired by watching the 2000 Paralympic Games, was Timothy Adolph. His 5th European gold when he claimed that 100 metres title. He's also the reigning 200 metres European champion as well. So intent on defending that title he won 2 years ago in Grosseto.
On your marks.
Erikas Ivanevs with Grauslas, so just takes a little bit of time for these T11 athletes to get themselves tethered with their guide, get themselves in the correct position. Complete visual impairment in this category. So you saw under the glasses there of Timothy Adolph, the patches which are put across, that's just to make sure. You never know, there could be some skullduggery. The tether you saw there, so it's Adolph who goes from lane 3 with his guide Yannick Fonzat, and Grauslas of Lithuania who goes on the outside in lane 5, and that's Timothy Adolph who has just cruised on past Grauslas of Lithuania already. So Adolph will go through as the automatic qualifier. You would expect possibly that Grauslas should go through as Adolph goes across the line. What sort of time is he going to do? 23:21. Well, it's not a bad time indeed. Championship record, in fact. Breaking the mark of Gerard Descarrega Puigdevall, who set that in Swansea 4 years ago. So he's having some sort of championships, isn't he? Timothy Adolph, gold over the 100, championship record in his heat of 23:21. He sets in the 200 as we head back to the long jump.
Ristowski lying in the bronze medal position, looking to send herself out well beyond 5 metres. 5:52 is what she came up with in round 2. Kuharczyk, so fortunate actually with that third round attempt as well, 6:14. Not just that it was peak wind speed in her favour, but But the fact that the direction has changed somewhat and nobody else has got the same benefit since. Apart from Bayrak, who got a 2.9 at her back to go out to 5.09 in the fourth round. Obviously all counts towards the results, but wouldn't count towards a lifetime best. It's the only 5-metre attempt she's had so far. Beyond 5.52, well 5.10 now in round 4, and she stays in bronze. Erica Gomez coming now, 5.68. Lifetime best, and a brilliant lifetime best coming in round 3. Silver medalist in London last year at the Worlds, and silver in the triple jump in the previous Worlds in 2015 in Doha. That's another good one. It's beyond 5.5 by the looks of it. Erica Gomez's lifetime best going into this was 5.60 set earlier this year. Well, 5.68 now, and that's a no jump. So she doesn't advance beyond the silver medal position. A world record holder for Poland, Karolina Kucharczyk. Her last attempt was sensational, and it looks like the wind is back in her favour. She's got the crowd in her favour. Can she pull something else special out? It's decent, it's around 6 metres, and she looked to use the board very well. But world records are something very special. And I can actually say just after that second round attempt, she hadn't used the board for it at all, and it's still gone out to 6.03, and still been a championship record, which was Rostowski's, by the way. That's adding insult to injury. And the second round attempt would have been a world record, and then she goes out in round 3 and she absolutely smashes it. That's slightly more modest, potentially. And it will be 5.85 for our championship leader. As popular as ever.
So the men's 200 metres T11, there's the confirmation of the championship record for Timothy Adolph, and Grauslas also goes through as a qualifier into the final. There is the field for the final. Later on, Timothy Adolph, Mehmet Tung, Bova of France, the second from that country, and Grauslas of Lithuania. But here is that championship record from Timothy Adolph. He's already claimed the 100 metres as he goes for the double. He's not holding back and waiting for the final. Later on this evening, around 7 o'clock local time, he's gone for the championship record in the heat. Grauslas left in his wake, but the Lithuanian will be in the final. But what's it going to take to catch that man? Something special, I think. So Santos of Portugal. Down in 8th of 8 that are left in this competition. 4.94 her best so far in the second jump. Lifetime best of 5.15. That's not going to be up near that though. It'll be lucky to beat her best that was in her second. 30 centimetres shy of her best, in fact. Consistent though. She stays 8th. Ola Zajulak. Her lifetime best of 5.02. She set and equalled in a second. And at first naked eye look, that looks like it's going to be a little bit short of that 5.02. She's in 6th position. She's chasing down Martina Barber, who's above her, and she's only 1 centimetre above her in 5th position. If she wants to get into the medals, though, she has some work to do. Rostovsky has 5.52 up there in the bronze medal position.
In lane 3, ranked number 1 in Europe, representing Great Britain.
Loads going on the field. A few heats in the track this morning, 6 heats in total of 3 different events. Here comes the next.
Men's 100 metres, T37. Coordination impairment, second least affected of that. Rhys Jones of Great Britain going in this, who was 4th in the 200 metres. The bronze medalist, Jaroslav Okapinski, is in the middle lane 5. Rhys Jones, bronze in the 100 metres at the Europeans in Swansea in 2014, and also the Commonwealth Games. Kuczek of Poland, silver in the long jump here, and Opinski bronze in the 200 metres, silver in the 4. Benjamin Urban bronze in the 100 metres in the last Europeans. And Ruben Persons, 8th in the long jump, semi-finalist in the 2 first major championship. His brother Koen Persons in the Belgian Pro League, played for Lokeren for 7 seasons, won the cup twice if I remember, and he's now at Leuven, and his brother Mattis is in the lower divisions in Belgian football as well. But Ruben Persons and the para-athletic scene, his other half is Olivier de Klerk, who is a well-noted long jumper, 4th in Grosseto a couple of years ago. So Jones in 3, Autorek in 4, Okapinski 5, Urban 6, and Persons in 7. And it's the top 3 to go through. Away first time goes Jones very strongly. Persons got a very good start for Belgium, but it's Jones, Autorek, Okapinski in that order. Jones is going to win it. Okapinski in 2nd and Autorek in 3rd. 12.14 the winning time. Jones wide away. Okapinski took 2nd spot. Autorek had pushed up well after 25, but Okapinski drove home well in the final quarter. Persons was 4th and will have to wait.
Back to the long jump, Rostovsky looking to work her way up from where she is at the moment, which is in 3rd position. Gomez in 2nd. Kuhacik with a world record is in the number 1 and gold medal position. So Rostovsky was the championship record holder going into that. She's already lost that to Kuhacik, who's broken her own world record from 5 years ago. Kuhacik's the reigning European champion, but this lady remains in 3rd position. She can't improve on that 5.52. She's struggling somewhat with 1 to go.
Gomez of Portugal. 5.68 in the 3rd round. About half a metre behind the gold at the moment. That's a solid effort. You can't really ever say any better than a lifetime best. She's added 8 centimetres onto that. Just a quick update, by the way, on last night's men's 800 metres T54 final. Marcel Hook took the gold. Julien Casselet of France was 2nd, and Alassane Balde of Germany 3rd, but the latter two have both been disqualified for different reasons. So Leo Pekatati in his first 800 metres contest promoted to the silver medal for Finland, and Britain's Nathan Maguire took the bronze. Gomez, well, I don't think that's very far away from that lifetime best set a few moments ago. Well, 5.45. consistent set of marks, and she stays in the silver medal position behind Karolina Kuharczyk. What a morning for her. Well, she's given the crowd a lot to enthuse about. That's not bad either. It looks a lot closer to the round 4 mark than that in round 3. She actually had her first child last year, which is why she was out of the World Championships. Casper, the awareness will come in following years, just how significant Mum is. That was a good mark, 5 meters 98. That in itself, actually every single one of her marks so far would have her in the gold medal position. Well, a very solid start it was by Jones in that 100 meters contest there. T37 coordination impairment, and a good fight back by Okopinski there in second position to overtake Alkazek. Ruben Persons will have to wait until the next heat to see if he goes through as the fastest loser. Rhys Jones wins 12.15 seconds over Okopinski, and Autrick in third.
Well, a lovely stadium here, Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park, and the second of the men's 100 metres T37 heats about to get underway. Mullis of Greece, Kotkowski, who's won gold here over 400, he will go from Poland in 4. Sarah Benyi, who is also a gold medalist, he won long jump yesterday. There is Kotkowski. So 2 who have golds already in this, running from lane 4 and 5. And Buck Pedersen, the man, 22-year-old who got into athletics when he beat able-bodied children in a race while on a school trip to Lanzarote, will go from lane 6. Coordination impairment category. First 3 to go through automatically. So look out for Kotkowski in lane 4, and Sarabelny next to him of the Ukraine in 5. And Kotkowski gets away quickest of all. He takes out to the lead there, but Sarabelny is staying with him, and on the inside it's Mullis of Greece. And he was 8th over the 100 metres of the World Championships. But just look on the outside. Look at the athlete on the outside. Oh, that's tight. In the end, it is Kotkowski, who looks like he's just got it from Sarabelny, but back Pedersen of Denmark. He came home like a rocket over the last 30 metres. Well, I think Kotkowski's just got it on the line, but that is tight all the way across to Mullis on the inside lane 3. Try picking that one at the naked eye. For me, it's Kotkowski from Sarabelny. But I could be wrong, because the finish, if Buck Pedersen had got away quicker, he would have won that. But Kotkowski there, Mullis looks like he's coming through to take it, but just look down the outside in the red there from Denmark. Noah Buck Pedersen, the 22-year-old, absolutely stormy, and then at the end he just falls somewhat. I can tell you what, that's been taken by the Ukrainian Sarabelny and Kotkowski in second position. It doesn't matter because they're going to go through, but Sarabelny has just had to put in a bit of an effort.
It's a dead heat.
Well, it won't matter too much. It won't matter too much because they'll go through. It is a heat. So Sarabelny will just get confirmation in a moment of Kotkowski as well. Oh, Buck Pedersen down the outside. He showed a clean set of heels. 3 go through. Poulos was in there in the running as well. He picked up third in the end, but Pedersen goes through courtesy of that rather fast time. Look at that, separating them. 0.03 across all four in that race, and they all qualify for tonight's final. Well, I enjoyed that.
The funny thing is, I thought for a moment third and fourth would be given as a dead heat also. Zuzulak in the final round of the women's long jump. Some consultation going on. She appears to have run out of time on the runway. So still debating. Zuzulak is currently in sixth with 5:02 and would need exactly half a metre to move up into the medals. It is her championship debut. She was quite high after the opening round. She was in the bronze medal position. A couple of 5:02s from her. She is being given another run at it. But this may be a leap under protest, and it'll be marked as a foul anyway. She's been given 30 seconds on the clock. Because with an athlete, I think it was yesterday, who ran and then was given a DNS, didn't start because it was late in the call room, but he still ran anyway. Cecilia. It's around 5 metres. That might actually be pushing that lifetime best again, and she's hit that lifetime mark twice today with her first two attempts of 5.02 m. It's been a very good, entertaining women's long jump competition, actually. Used the board fine.
It's been an entertaining morning.
Yeah, 4.75 was a lifetime best going into this. Long jump, especially something like this, always really gets the crowd up. And the long jump pit is in front of the main stand here in the closing straight, which is unusual. Well, 5:01. She almost got that lifetime mark again. She's had the 3 best jumps of her life this morning. Martina Barber of Great Britain also setting a lifetime best today, 5:31 in that 4th round. It suddenly pushed her into medal contention, up into 4th place. Had been as low as 6th on one occasion. Barber's gone very close, and it is a red flag. She will go no higher than 4th, and she might drop to 5th. With Stevenage and Bedfordshire AC, based in Stevenage, her hometown. Well, she finished 4th in the World Championship final last year and 4th in the European Championship final here now. She wants to study the plasticine. Will be replaced each time. And this is the woman who could send Barber down to 5th, Ezra Bayrak of Turkey. Lifetime best for her as well today, 5:27. 5 of the top 6 have set PBs today. That won't be another one. Fifth in the World Championship final and 5th in the European Championship final a year later. She's done well.
So Ristovski, her final attempt, 5:52 is where she is at the moment. Gomez in second on 5:68, the Portuguese, and a world record at the top to aim for. That's not going to improve though. It's going to be a bronze medal for Michaela Ristovski of Croatia. So maybe not what she was expecting. She was the championship record holder coming into this. That was smashed by Karolina Kuharczyk, who broke the world record as well, which she held. She won gold at the Paralympic Games, did this lady 2 years ago. But it is going to be European bronze after winning gold last year in London as well. No improvement. She stays 3rd, but she will medal. as will this lady, Erica Gomez. Final attempt, 5.68, a new lifetime best. She's won triple jump silver at 2 World Championships before. Is she going to win silver here in the European Championships in the long jump? Well, that's out there around that lifetime best, but maybe slightly under it. ...24 years of age. Fourth in this event 2 years ago. So a marked improvement in her long jump. The coach and the support staff are all happy, and the friends. 5.67, she's 1 centimetre shy of that mark, so she stays second. She gets a silver medal. But here's the lady who's going to take gold. No pressure, already a world record of 6.14. What's she got left in the tank? Not much, it was big, but it was way over the board, way over the board. She takes the bells, she takes the plaudits, she takes the gold.
Yeah, the Polish flag ready. She's taken her justifiable bow and definitely exhilarated the solid crowd that we have again this morning at this Northeast Berlin Stadium. It was her only no jump in the competition. Everything else would have won a gold, and she's been brilliant in this. We knew she had a huge leap in her. It looked to have come in round 2 with that 6.03, but then she went out further when she got the board perfectly right.
New world record, and so many kids by your side. That's really beautiful.
So gold for Kucharczyk with the world record 6 meters 14. Gomez the silver for Portugal, 5.68, and Rutowski the bronze, 5.52, and 5 of the top 6 with lifetime best today. She's given her interview, by the way. She was being interviewed in English by our German announcer and replied in German.
Women club throw F32 setting category. This is Christina Kalman. She's already been 5th here in the shot put. Some throw the club forwards, some throw it backwards. Kalman over the left shoulder. Her 5th major championship. Well, 12.72. She's beaten her earlier mark of 12.61 that she did with the first. She's in first position. This lady finished in first position. Kucharczyk of Poland, T20 long jump champion. Gomez, the silver medalist, congratulating her. Congratulations all round. Rutowski as well with the bronze in the background. But Kucharczyk breaking her own world record from 5 years ago.
Now the camaraderie is terrific. So this is Noemi Shategi of Hungary as we go back to the club throw.
Her 3rd attempt, she's in 2nd position behind Christina Kalman. So all attempts taken at the same time in this event. The seated club throw. Athletes are strapped in. Takes a bit of time to do that. And then it's away you go. Shketi's already competed at these championships as well. She was 4th in the shot put. She's 2nd, 11.04. So a couple of warm-ups almost with her first 2, and then 11.04 puts her into 2nd position. Ahead of throw number 4. For the 31-year-old, Lifetime best set this year of 14:08.
Im Diskuszirkel 11,04 Meter bis dato ihre beste Weite und 3 Versuche hat sie noch.
Off she goes again. That one, sadly, has gone nowhere because it's hit the net and down it goes.
Und damit wir nicht ganz so
So that's exactly what happened with the first two. She got the third one right.
Die Carolina, sie darf jetzt im Moment hier nicht herkommen, da kann ich leider nichts dran ändern, aber sie kommt nachher nochmal wieder. Das hat sie mir versprochen.
Did the lady from Budapest.
Schon mal euren Applaus nochmal bitte. Und dann
Took up the sport back in 2013. So 5 years in, she's heading for a silver medal in the club throw. Says she got involved in the sport as a form of therapy. 477. Senior debut came back in 2015 in Knotville. Best ever. With that one there again, not getting as far as she wanted, not getting out of the net. So that'll be a short throw as well. But her best ever was a bronze medal in the European Championships 2 years ago in Grosseto in the shot put. And she'll get one more before we move on to the next competitor.
It's interesting from her results so far that she's just got one throw absolutely right, but obviously this is coordination impairment. She's got that one beyond 10 metres. That out of the 6 is her second solid throw, and that's what she wanted to do.
Well, there's 6 in this seeded club throw F32 competition. So 11.66, that is an improvement. Her very last throw, she stays in second position behind Christina Kalman. Up next it'll be Maria Stamatula of Greece in a few moments' time. She's already won silver in shot put here. But here's the women's long jump, T47.
Yes, this is another fantastic combination, and the crowd will stay. Katarzyna Pajkart doesn't start though for Poland. She actually would have been one of the prime contenders in this very, very strong field. We've got Angelina Lanza from France, who's much milled in her career either, and a couple of youngsters in this. Polly Mayton for Great Britain, who's 18, Ezra Genk of Turkey, who is 16, and Laurence Fabiol of France, who's 15. A bit of a pity that Katarzyna Pajkart will not now be competing in this, because there was a prospect of Poland winning a long jump gold medal today.
Well, she'd never medalled in the long jump coming into this competition, had Pajkart. She'd done well in the javelin in the past, but she won't be medaling in the long jump here either. So there will be just the 5 taking part in this T47. That's the British athlete, Polly Mayton. Silver last year in London. Made her debut in 2015 at Doha at the World Championships there. Well, selfie still going on from the T20 long jump a little bit earlier from Kaharczyk. She's enjoying herself.
Well, it's the only event that she's in, and this is the only championship of the year. So it's one day of serious competition. Obviously, you've got the Grand Prix around as well, but they don't attract the crowds of these two. So the sessions have been generally getting 2,000 to 3,000, It's something like a 25,000 capacity stadium, so there have been comments about all the empty seats and so on. It's still the biggest crowd we've ever had for a European Paralympics Championships. And it was only revived in 2012.
I was doing a bit of research on this stadium as well. It was built back in 1952, but it's 5 renovations it's undergone. 5 renovations. I love some statistical knowledge like that. I love it.
It is the second biggest stadium in Berlin outside of the Olympiastadion, which is quite incredible. I mean, Dublin's got 2 stadiums that are 50,000 capacity, and it's a fraction the size of Berlin.
When was the last stadium refurbishment, do you think?
Last week?
2015. 2015.
They play American football here as well, I know that, and obviously Dinamo play here, who are the third side of Berlin. Union Berlin are a bit bigger.
Hertha Berlin used to play here years ago, I think I'm right in saying that. Many years ago. I'm going back.
In the throwing centre, and the start of the home straight.
Before you and I were
Our
around.
next final is the women's shot put F35.
Well, it's curious because
Well, me anyway.
they always look forward to days when they're able to have the big Berlin derby, which is Hertha against Union Berlin. And they like it even more if it's in the top flight in the Bundesliga, but usually it's in the second division. Hertha have had a good few years, but there was quite a spell when they'd been dropping between the top 2 divisions and they could never stay in the top flight very long. Those times have changed.
But they did. Dinamo got to play at the Olympic Stadium last weekend because of these Athletics Championships, so
Throwing third and ranked third.
a bit of a trip down the other end of the line.
Apparently quite a lot of fans. Yeah, because the Olympiastadion is way off the U2, the Spy line.
And throwing fourth.
But in saying that, I think quite a few fans still would have preferred the game to be played here, but they couldn't with European Championships on.
Well, the history lesson's over. The geographical lesson.
Don't worry, we've loads more ready for rains.
Here's a club throw lesson. Stamatula, shot put gold in 2006, shot put silver here at these championships. So I mentioned there before, some decide to throw over their shoulder, some throw straight on. She's gone for the straight on approach between the 10 and 15 metre mark. Stamatula, lifetime best of 17.62, season best of 14.80. So if you're wondering why it's taken a little bit of time between Szigeti finishing and Stamatula getting underway, around 5 or 6 minutes, it's because the athletes have to be strapped in, they have to make sure that they're in a comfortable position. The judges need to make sure they're correctly seated. 13.09 puts her in first position straight away. So once they get going, it doesn't actually take that long, depending on how long the measuring takes, that is, and whether it's a foul or not. Well, that one's out there. That's much, much further. Now, I said she had a season best of 14.80. That might be nudging up towards it. So Maria Stamatula. Began competing back in 2005, 14.06 for a second. Amazing how much inspiration athletes draw from events which are in their own country. She drew it from the 2004 Paralympic Games, watching that in Athens, in Greece, her home country. Decided to take up the sport, and she's won medals along the way. The Paralympics. She's won shot put bronze in 2008. World Championship gold in the shot put in 2006. Silver in the shot put in 2011 in Christchurch. Bronze in Lyon in 2013 and silver in London last year. But here she is in the club throw. That won't be an improvement. Well, I can tell you the weather has improved remarkably since about an hour ago when I was actually getting hit with rain where we're sitting in the stand. Such was the wind direction and where it was coming from.
I wasn't.
I had to up sticks and move. The computer was getting wet. You can't have that happen. No improvement. 14.06 remains her best with her second throw. She has 2 remaining. Well, that's a little bit better. That's out there for the lady whose nickname is Mary.
If you see the shadows, the sun has actually come out, which is quite welcome. It was 33 Celsius yesterday, and today it definitely isn't. At least it's dried up a bit.
We're wearing jackets. Enough said. 14.16, 10 centimetres further. So regardless of what happens in this last club throw here, she'll be in the lead after her 6 attempts. That won't be an improvement either, I don't think. No, it won't be. So that's her final throw. She'll be now releasing those straps, just making sure her waist stays in. That's a foul. So 14.16 for the 5th. Maria Stamatula of Greece in the lead in the women's club throw, F32.
So now we move to the men's javelin, F54. Seated throwing, all of the throws come at once, and this is Athanasios Georgiadis of Greece. And a no throw with his first attempt. That's the 20-metre line that he's just fallen short of, but 19 metres 02 puts him in front, and it's a lifetime best. Crowd's decent again today. Great young support here too. See, it's funny, it's a corner of Berlin that ordinarily you probably wouldn't usually come to. It's beyond the city centre, we're up in the northeast. The Max Schmeling Arena's next door to us, which is used for indoor sport, a lot of basketball and volleyball, handball, but also one of the main concert venues in Berlin.
So the 2 Greek athletes have completed their throws in the men's javelin. Lasakidis leads with 19 metres 15. Georgiadis.
So lining up for the start then of this women's long jump T47 as our 5 starters are due to be introduced to the crowd.
This category for upper limb deficiency. So 5 in total. He'll be going. 2 from France, 1 from Greece, 1 from Turkey, and 1 from Great Britain. Did I say 5? I meant 6.
Well, Katarzyna Pajkat doesn't start. Very successful in the javelin in her career, and she really had a good prospect of producing something in this. She would have been competitive. So, Styliani Smagari of Greece, silver in the European Championships in the long jump in Swansea in 2014. Going for Greece. So next for France, bronze in the 100, 200 and long jump at the last Europeans in Grosseto, fourth in the long jump in Rio in 2016, and bronze in London last year, Angelina Lanza, alongside her for Great Britain, the silver medalist in Rio, Polly Mayton. Fifth in the 100 metres she was in Rio. So next up, a major championship debut. She is 17 years old, and her name is Ezra Genk. Katarzyna Pajkat doesn't start. So now a major championship debut for Miss Martinique 2017 and third in Miss France 2017, Laurence Fiblon.
6 jumps available to all 5 athletes in this women's T47 long jump final.
She's still 16 years old. Sort of a teen, Miss Martinique. I know nothing about the competition. Well, I'm sure it's got merit. And Martinique is obviously where she is from, Le Robert, her home city. Well, if this is anything like the T20 long jump, we're in for quite something. Crowds have all gathered in the main stand here. We'll be back with track action soon. But the field getting loads of exposure this morning. T47, ambulant category, below elbow or wrist amputee. So, Smaragdi up and running, out towards 6 meters, but it's a red flag. So a no jump for the law graduate based in Thessaloniki, as lots of the Greek para-athletes are. They've major centre there. Obviously, it's also one of the major cities of Greece. So Smaragdi. This is a great chance to add to that haul from 2014. Silver in the long jump, bronze in the one. Angelina Lanza won 3 bronzes at the last Europeans. She finds herself with the longest lifetime best of the field here, the longest season's best too. Originally from Togo, lives in Lyon, where we had the 2013 World Championships. She obviously would have got the bug. She studied in Lyon and also Coventry. Lanza used a lot of the board, too much of it. It is red for her also. And, in this event, you don't have the ability to use the arms for traction as much as you usually would. The world record in this is a 6 meters 01 from Carly Beattie of Australia 5 years ago. So no jump for Lanza. The European record is 5.92 from Nicole Rodemankina in Lyon. Championship record 5.50. Polly Mayton for Great Britain of Moonrakers Athletic Club, the World Championship silver medalist in front of a home crowd in London last year. Well, she's jumped 5.04 this year. That is red also. So the first 3 attempts in this, no good. From Wiltshire. Oh, just crept over into the plasticine. 5:23 a lifetime best. She's ranked third in that and ranked third in season's best, 5:04 going into this final. There's only 5 starters, so everybody will get the full 6 attempts. Esra Genk of Turkey, first major championship. This is her first jump in serious competition. Didn't use the board at all, so she's on the leaderboard, and the rest aren't. I was just saying yesterday that Jordan Lee, who came third, won the bronze medal in the high jump, the category among the 40s and 60s, 18 years old, and just went to a Parasport Expo last year just to see if there was anything he'd be interested in, and now he's a European bronze medalist. So if you're watching somewhere, just get in touch with your national federation. Maybe there's something on locally. Just get involved. 4:36, she's in the lead. And from Martinique, Laurence Fiblual. 16 years old and a championship debut. It'd be quite something if it's the 2 championship debutants, the only ones on the board at the end. Well, no, she's fouled, and that is very much a foul. To be honest with you, I'm not sure she made a mark in the plasticine. They could nearly have measured that, but it's a red flag anyway. So for the first 5 attempts, so of the 5 competitors, just 1 mark in the opening round. Esra Genk. Well, that looks better in terms of the takeoff for Smaragdi, and she gets the white flag, and that should put her into the lead. She's a solid 5-meter jumper. Silver in Swansea, the Europeans in 2014, her only major championship medal. That was probably around 5.25 meters. She hasn't won any other championship medals. She was disqualified in the 100 meters. In the last Europeans in Grosseto, she finished 4th in the long jump there, and she leads the long jump here. 5 meters 30, she's only 2 centimeters away from her lifetime best. And it should point out the 100 meters is tonight. Women's 200 meters, T12, medium visual impairment. 3 go in this first round heat. Garcia Falligan of Spain alongside her 100 meters champion, Katrin Muller-Rothgart. She won silver in the long jump, trying a sweep of the medals here. Silver in the 100 and the 200 of the World Championships in London last year, where she was 4th in the long jump. She's the defending 200 meters champion. Retained her 100 meters crown also. Garcia Falligan of Spain, who was 4th in the 100 meters here and 5th in the long jump. And Savde Kilinic, 8th in the 200 and the 400 in the World Championships last year, and she's also in tomorrow's 400 meters. This is her first event of the week. For Garcia and Muller-Rothgart, it's their first. Kilinic is partnered by Umut Kurtsu, born in Gaziantep, lives in Ankara, the capital. Muller-Rothgart partnered by Alexander Kosenkov, and Garcia Falligan, her guide is Jaime Del Rio Ruiz. Garcia Falligan in 3, Muller-Rothgart 5, Kilinic in 7. Women's 200 meters T12. And it's only the first in each heat who's guaranteed to go through to the final. Away first time, solid start by Muller-Rothgart, hoping to complete her most successful Europeans ever It was 2 golds and a bronze last time out. It's a gold and a silver for her so far. She's on her way to winning this heat, on her way to the final. Katrin Muller-Rothgart for Germany. Such a popular athlete here. She will win. It's going to be quite fast. She leads up a little bit. Muller-Rothgart takes it. Good battle for second, which was taken in the end by Garcia Falligan. And I have a really bad feeling that Kilinch's guide in third crossed the line before she did. But anyway, Muller-Rothgart qualifies, and that's one of her fastest times of the year, 26.88, ahead of Garcia Falligan in second, who came really close to medaling in the 100 metres, finished fourth in that, and fifth in the long jump. But Muller-Rothgart, what a week she's had. Really good start by her. And the rest wasn't bad either. Just look at that margin in the end. She's won by 2.5 seconds. 26.88 for her. Garcia Falligan through in 29 and bits. And Killens is going to be disqualified. The guide was way ahead of her, Umut Kurtsu. I've no idea what happened there. But anyway, Muller-Rothgart's going to make it. And Garcia Falligan was 29.29.
Und ihr gebt ihr dafür schon noch mal einen Riesenapplaus bitte mit die Weltrekordhalterin. Karolina Kowalczyk.
Muller-Rothgart qualifies, Garcia Falligan in second, and Kilinch disqualified.
Back to the women's club throw, F32. It's Anna Muzikova with her second attempt. Best place of 6th at the World Championships in London. That's out over the 15-metre mark. 15.76 is her season best. She's the 4th to go. Muzikova, a season best there of 16.24.
And in the men's
She leads.
Elvin Astonov took the lead with his 22 metres 16, and coming into the circle next in that competition, Razenko Mitrovic of Serbia.
Und auch beim Schwerwurf der Herren hat es eine Veränderung in der Rangierung gegeben. Elvin Astonov.
Apostolos Vlasakidis in the javelin, currently lying in second position, 18 metres 78. This is his penultimate throw of the 6, taken all at once. Good to see the suns come out again. And that, just shy of 20 metres. Georgiadis in control for Greece. And it's a Greek 1-2 at the moment. Lifetime best, 19 metres 15 for Vlasakidis.
That was the event leader in the long jump, Styliani Smardigi of Greece. She's leading ahead of Polly.
Now, I don't know why, but in that men's shot put, F32 that we saw, Demetrios Zizidis won it. He threw close to 9 metres. All 6 of his throws have now been put down as no throws, and Sochal gets the gold for Poland.
So gold in the shot put for Sochal. Well, there was only 2 in it, but we'll try and get to the bottom of that.
We watched quite a bit of that competition. He registered a mark of 8.56 as his best, but they've all now been considered to have been red flagged. They weren't at the time, but they have been subsequent.
That adds to the club throw gold that Sochal won, so he's a double gold medalist here, and he's improved on that silver medal he got in the shot put in 2016, so good for him. Not so good for Zizidis. Paralympic flag on the right. I don't need to tell you what flag it was on the left. I think you know. We are in Berlin.
Very windy here today, as you can see. That helps the long jumpers. The T47s are currently out. And here is Polly Mayton for Great Britain, her second attempt in the competition. A no jump in the opening round. But she's a solid 5-metre athlete. And that is a solid 5-metre jump. Silver in this in London last year, and she's put herself surely up in the medals already here. She was aiming for just beyond 4.5 metres to get into the top 3. She's in the silver medal position, 5:28, and that's a lifetime best. Laurence Fibloel of France, a no jump in the opening round, as was the case before the 5. Didn't use the board at all there. That's 4.5 metres thereabouts. .458. She's in the bronze medal position.
We're ready on the track for week 2 of women's T12 200 metres.
We're back to the club throw. F32 seated category. Anastasia Moselenko of Ukraine. 4th at the World Championships in this event last year. A lifetime best of 17.77 metres. She's already won gold in the shot put. Shot put club throw double, perhaps? Might be on.
Always takes a while for the athletes to set up and to get all the throws in rotation. And this is, in terms of coordination impairment, it is one of the most affected, the 32s. The lower the last digit, then the more serious the impairment. That's a serious throw, though. That's beyond 15 metres.
Well, a lifetime best is 17.77.
Musakova leads for the Czech Republic, 16.24.
We might have a new leader.
We do. 17 metres 10. Moskalenko goes into the gold medal position for Ukraine.
So the second heat of the women's 200 metres T12. In the last one, it was Katarina Muller-Rodka, the local favourite, who claimed victory. Already won the 100 metres here. In this one, 3 runners, Poland, Ukraine and Portugal represented. Ignaziak of Poland, bronze in London last year in this event. She'll go without a guide. It's optional in this as to whether athletes go with a guide. 2 of the athletes are going with guides. Ignaziak without on the inside. Oksana Peterchek. 2014 European Championship. She won gold over 100, 200 and 400, did the lady in lane 5. Paralympic silver medalist back in 2008. And Araujo of Portugal. First major championship for the 17-year-old goes on the outside. But it is Peterchek who gets away quickest of all on the lane 5 with her guy Bundrup. And she's roaring around the corner on the outside. It's Araujo who's in trouble, but Ignaziak of Poland is going to come through and take second place, but it is going to be Peterchek of Ukraine who's going to go through. She'll automatically qualify. What's the time going to be? Slows up a bit, 25.43. Ignaziak in second, and going across, the guide lets it go. Adelio Fernandez, no problem at all there. Marcia Araujo of Portugal goes through in third. Season best, 25.42 for Peterchek. Well, she got away quick. She moved up on the outside of Araujo. Judged it nicely indeed. There she goes, getting away. The guy just talking to her there, Vitaly Butra. Just letting her know she's well in front. And she was well on the way
So at 10.87
for a PB as well. Ignaziak on the inside.
She's the champion in the F35.
Should go through.
Silver goes to Claudia.
As the fastest loser, no issues there.
Of Poland, and bronze goes to
And
Anna
Marcia
Silva
Araujo of
Czech.
Portugal, whose twin sister Sarah also competes. Out of Braga. Finishes in third, but there's the winner. Oksana Petrčík, world champion in 2006 and 2013. She goes through to the final with a season best 25.42. Ignaziak in second, also qualifying.
Angelina Lanza of France, third attempt in the long jump, T47. 2 no jumps so far. Preferable if this is a good one, and it is. Not on the board going into this. If this was like the T20 final and she'd had a foul, then she'd have been eliminated, but she can continue with the next 3 jumps anyway, even if she had fouled here, because we don't have the 9 starters plus. And she met the board perfectly. That's a very good attempt. She's gone from nowhere to top of the pile. Lanza leads, 5.62. That's a lifetime best, by the way, by 17 centimetres. Based out of the team devisers, Moonrakers AC, Polly Mayton, who's now been knocked down to third position. She was second for a bit before Lanza's excellent attempt. Fiblola's gone out to 4.76, which I also have as a lifetime best. She's in fourth for France, half a metre behind Mayton in the bronze medal position. So bronze seems secure at least for the British athlete. And 2 centimetres at the moment of the silver medal, and that looks very good by Polly Mayton. Well, she's definitely gone out beyond 5 metres, but it's a red flag, and it won't count. Oh, just by a fraction as well. Well, that lifetime best in round 2, and surrounded by no jumps. That looked longer, I must say. Steliani Smaragdi of Greece. 5 metres 30 in the second round, and currently lying in the silver medal position. That only 2 centimetres off her lifetime best, 5.62 from Lanza, relegating Smaragdi from gold to silver at the moment. It's an improvement, not by much. She'll be white flagged for that. Use the board well. Plum on it. Might have added a small amount to that 5.30. Season's best for her. And so close to her lifetime best, and she may well have done it again. Lifetime best it is, 5 metres 35, and you can't say better than that. Our leader, Lanza. That's a tremendous lifetime best for her of 5.62. I'll correct that in a moment, but here she comes again. Mark beyond 5.50. The 5.62 was way beyond what she's achieved previously, but obviously it's a windy day. Plus 3.9 the wind reading on it, so it won't count as a lifetime best, but at the moment is going to win at the gold, and that PB for Smaragdi for just having the 5:35. The wind speed on that +2 exactly. Lucky.
And Lanza, of course, he won that 400 metres, but that was a non-medal event with only a couple going in that. So even though she got victory in that, she hasn't picked up a medal at these games yet. So she'll be looking for it here in the long jump.
5:49 is a new lifetime best. The 5:62 isn't, but both good enough for gold for now.
So Mozalenko, with her 6th attempt in the club throw, lifetime best already. Has she gone past that? With 17:77 coming into this. She's already smashed it. Has she gone past it again? Oh, she has 19:42, a new lifetime best for Anastasia Moskalenko. Gold medalist for sure.
Astanov of Azerbaijan, second attempt at this men's javelin F54. Seated throwing, currently lying in the silver medal position, 21:20. And that definitely an improvement. I should tell you, actually, he is in the lead right now with that opening throw. Vlasakidis with 19:15 and Georgiadis 19:02. 22:16. And he is our leader, despite what that caption says. Cloud cover in Berlin. Not used to that this week. So Polly Mayton goes again. We see them come round a lot quicker with only 5 in this T47 long jump. Genk has gone out to 4:03 and Fiblul 4:52. So no improvement on 5th and 4th for those respectively. Mayton in a world of her own. Fine 5:28. Let's see how she does with this one. Because since then she's certainly pushed it well, but she's had a couple of no jumps. That's a white flag. Don't think that will add to the lifetime best we saw earlier. She had a brilliant effort that in the previous round probably had it been legal, and it was only a tiny amount into the plasticine and beyond that probably would have put her into the silver medal position outright ahead of Smaragdi, but then Smaragdi opened up with a 5:35. Went back solidly into second position. Mayton has not improved. That's 5:16. Smaragdi again of Greece. Well, that tremendous lifetime best of 5:35, which was just inside the legal wind limit, so it counts as a lifetime best. .27 centimeters off the goal. That is a decent effort. It's in around 5:35 again. Lanza leading with a windy 5:62, but then got a PB 5:49 in the 4th round. I don't think that's up around 5.5 for Smaragdi, but she might improve her situation by a couple of centimetres. Went out very well with that. And obviously, the distance you can go restricted due to the lack of arm movement. She's increased her lifetime best, 5:42. That will do nicely for our current silver medalist. Angelina Lanza leading with 5:62, and she has a PB. PB, not 5.62, as we've explained. It's one of the vagaries of this competition. Used a lot of the board, went out beyond 5.5. They're studying it. Quite a couple of officials are looking closely now. It has got the white flag. I can update you on that Smaragdi 5.42, by the way. That won't count as a lifetime best. It's windy. The wind speed was plus 3.2. I think Lanza used every single scrap of the board on takeoff there. She did. And they really had to study it to make sure that it was a legal one. It's gone out to around 5.5 meters again. That's an excellent 5 meters 52. It's windy, so it doesn't increase her lifetime best.
So back to the club throw. Wickman of Germany with her first attempt. Moskalenko of Ukraine leads after breaking her lifetime best in the previous 6 attempts. Now, of course, they all go with all 6 at the same time, and this is the last of the athletes going in this. Hannah Wickman. So she's up in the third, gives herself a bit of a hit there, 15.80. She knows she can do much better than that, but she's in the bronze medal position. So first at 15.80, that one there is around the same mark for the 22-year-old. Only set that lifetime best this year after taking it up in 2010. So 8 years in the making. Bronze already here at these championships in the shot put. 15.91, she stays third, but she has improved by 11 centimetres. Panda mascot in the left of your screen there, enjoying it. That won't be an improvement. So she's got some work to do. She's got the bronze, but she wants to be up there in silver or gold. Took up athletics after watching the German javelin thrower, Matthias de Zordo. 14.52. No improvement. She's in third position with 3 left to go.
Maton again with the long jump wrapping up. Can she add an extra 20 centimetres on? Doesn't look like she's done it. That would upgrade her from bronze to silver. Well, she won World Championship silver last year. Absolutely magnificent result. Looks like it's going to be bronze this time. Puts a lot into it. She's got the white flag. .521. It's a good consistent set of marks. Quite a lot of red as well. Lifetime best today. Wins bronze. Smaragdi currently in the silver medal position. 5.42 her best of the day. 5.35 is the lifetime best. She will happily take a massive gust of wind if it means the gold medal. Here she comes. It's a solid effort again, around 5.5. Polly Maton finished second behind Talayla Williams of the United States, and the World Championships last year was a centimetre clear of Angelina Lanza. Well, Lanza's turned it around today. Can Smaragdi add to the 5.42?
And on the long jump runway, it is the event leader. Final jump.
She hasn't. It's 5:32. Silver for Smaragdi. And Angelina Lanza is the European champion for the first time. Bronze in the long jump, a centimetre behind Maton in London. And she's put in the performance of her life today. She's gone out to a lifetime best 5:49. She's winning with 5:62. She's ended up 20 centimetres clear of Smaragdi, an extra 12 clear of Maton. It's her first major championship title. She won 3 bronzes at the Europeans 2 years ago in Grosseto. Bronze in the long jump in the Worlds in London last year. Doesn't look to be beyond 5:62. Used the board fine. No trouble with encroachment. And a little bit of a waggle of the sand. That is a really impressive mark all the same. It's another windy one, but it's the second longest of the competition. She has the sand. She doesn't have the sun today. But more importantly than anything else, she has the European gold medal. 5:57 to wrap up with. Angelina Lanza, for the first time, is European champion. Smaragdi gets the silver, Maton the bronze. They all had lifetime bests as well today. Maton PB'd with her best, Smaragdi with her second best, and Lanza with her third best. And Marie-Amélie Lefebvre, a real legend in her own right, is there to celebrate. Lead the celebrations for Angelina Lanza. Gold for France, Lanza 5:62, silver Smaragdi Greece 5:42, bronze Great Britain, Polly Maton 5:28.
Well, last we saw, Hannah Wichmann was in third position. This is her fourth attempt. 15:91 so far as the best. That's out there. She's consistent at least anyway. But she's still 2 metres off her lifetime best that was set this year. Two left to go if she's to catch Moskalenko. Well, that's better. 16:63. She's up in the second position. Much, much better, and you can see the joy in her face. The crowd are enjoying it as well. Hannah Wichmann in the silver medal position. She's got one left if she's to catch Moskalenko, but she had to be going some. 19:42. Moskalenko's best. And that's not going to do it. But she's going to take silver. Well, that'll add to the bronze she won in the shot put. Halfway through day 5, she's picked up her second medal of the championships. So, 22 years of age. Hannah Wichmann has picked up a silver medal in the women's club throw F32. But there's our winner, Anastasia Moskalenko. lifetime best of 1942, picks up the gold medal. So gold in both the shot put and the club throw for Anastasia Moskalenko, confirmation of a lifetime best, 1942. Vichman with her second of the game, 1663. And Mezakova with a season best, 1624, picks up the bronze. Well, there's the Ukrainian flag in the background. Flying high with gold at the moment. Jumpers and jackets may be out, but it's warming them up in both the track and the field here on Friday morning. Day 5 of 7 in Berlin 2018 European Para-Athletics Championships.
You'll see spatterings of the crowd over on the far side for where the throwing competitions have been. But everybody else is on the closing straight, and if you're going to get it right, now's the time to do it. Yes! Hey!
What an effort.
That wasn't on the big screen here, so she didn't realise he was on. Oh, brilliant.
On his third attempt, fourth attempt. 9.876 on the clock.
So we're going to a new event now in the field, and this will be the women's shot put F35. There's 4 going in it. Maria Pomazan, a past master at this. That's how. That's a decent throw out towards 12 metres. She's the European record holder, set at the Paralympic Games in Rio. Took the gold in Swansea, set the championship record there 4 years ago. 11:42 has her out in front. And permanently, Pomazan has won it. Gold for Ukraine, 11 metres 42. Silver for Poland, and Malashevska with that lifetime best, and bronze for the Czech Republic and Anna Luxova. Men's javelin F54s continuing. Stanov was leading for Azerbaijan 22.16. Lasekidis of Greece was in the silver medal position, 19 metres 15 lifetime best, and Georgiadis of Greece was in bronze with a lifetime best of 19 metres 02.
Two more throws for him, and then it will be the world champion.
Here's Drazenko Mitrovic then of Serbia. 22 metres 86. He's just gone out in front with his first round throw, and his second round throw looking around the same. In and around 23 metres for Drazenko Mitrovic. And Mitrovic in the lead, 23 metres 16. So the javelin will go on, but we're about to go off. Everything else has been decided in the morning. Ida Nessa of Norway, fine campaigner in the women's discus. Nobody in the competition had ever won a major championship medal before. Kotlovska of Poland took the bronze, Volter of Denmark the silver, and that is superb throw by Ida Nessa to take the gold medal. Lifetime best there was 2 of 34 metres 08. Kotlovska, the first major championship, the 17-year-old, impressively took the bronze, but Nessa unbeatable today in this. She won by a margin of 2.5 metres. Nessa the gold for Norway, 34.08. Falta the silver for Denmark, 31.55. And Kudlowska the bronze for Poland. A great competition, the women's T20 long jump. Karolina Kucharczyk, the reigning European champion. Michaela Rutowski in this, the world and Paralympic champion. Had dethroned Kucharczyk of those prizes. Kucharczyk had something special in store. Going all the way out. A new world record in round 3. The world record, her own, having stood for 5 years. In Lyon, those world championships in 2013, she'd gone out brilliantly in round 2 and hadn't hit the board at all. That was 6.03, and a new championship record only 6 centimetres outside her long-standing world record. But this looked good. Definitely beyond 6 metres, but how far? Very far. Kucharczyk with a world record, 6 metres, 40. She'd been waiting for that, and she's the European champion again. Big crowd in the main stand here. It was right in front of all of them, and they loved what they saw. She's taken many bows, and she deserves them all.
Well, here was David Devine in the 5,000 metres, and he led pretty much the whole way. Get the 26-year-old from Liverpool. It was a battle at the end there to see who could get second, but it was David Devine in a time of 15:11.28, claiming gold in the men's 5,000 metres T13 final. Holding off Suarez Lasso of Spain, who with a season best 15:16.81, and Bereziuk took the bronze.
Well, with lots of heat action as well. The men's 200 metres T11s, Mehmet Tunk taking that heat, 24.64.
Konkowski as well. Now this was something in this one. Konkowski looks like he's getting out there. Mullis on the inside. Let's just have a look at this down the outside. Back Pedersen of Denmark. Down the outside. There was a dead heat. Sarah Belny and Konkowski, they go through anyway for the final. In fact, all of them went through. Then we had this lady. We know a thing or two about her so far, having won the 100 already.
Yeah, and silver in the long jump for Katja Muller-Roca. Also, she won a heat in the women's 200 metres. 2 years ago, she won 2 golds and a bronze, and now she's aiming for 2 golds and a silver. Of the varied football shirts that we have here among the youngsters in Berlin. They've had a cracking morning here, and so have we. We are back in 5 hours' time, 17:30 Central European time, 4:30 for the UK, Ireland and Portugal. Angelina Lanza as the action continued, and our second women's long jump of the day. That was the 47s, and Lanza, who'd won bronze in the World Championships, a centimetre behind Polly Mayton there, turned the result around on its head. Magnificent lifetime best for her. A very high-octane competition, the top 3 all setting new PBs. Mayton had the bronze for Great Britain, Smaragdi the silver for Greece, but Angelina Lanza with that 5.62. It was a windy one, as you'll see, plus 3.9, but she is the European champion and would set a lifetime best elsewhere in the competition of 5.49. Great win, great morning, and until the evening, goodbye.